Oh, you guys are watching the flick.
Oh, come on. Come on, stop.
What are you doing?
Sit down.
Jesus Christ.
What are you guys watching? Terminator! Alright. Cool.
Really? Put it away? Really?
Give me a second.
Ant, that is way too bright. Can you turn it down, please? Oh my God.
Ant!
Who's even texting you?
I gotta use the bathroom.
Nobody. What?
Come on, dude.
Sit down.
Go around me. Just go around the couch.
Go around me. Get off. Go around.
I'm sorry.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome back. Mind Over Movies, episode 6 for our first season here. Mind Over Movies. Been on for over a month now doing this show. These guys have been on the show at least 75 times at this point, right? Alex and Joe are back.
That wasn't the initial plan.
No, the initial plan was to have different guests, and different guests will show up.
We'll just always be here.
It's just that it's like I want to have certain things to talk about for the guests that we get. I don't want to just use people to come on the show without having a specific thing that they're good at talking about. So these are our regular Joes and our regular Alexes for the thing, and of course our great engineer in the back there. And how is it this week? You all right this week? First, I have to ask Alex how he is this week.
True.
Oh, I'm well, thank you.
Very nice, fantastic. And how you doing there?
Listen, the week got good.
And you're a cinematographer, right? I mean, you say you're a cinematographer.
He's a pseudo cinematographer.
I think you're gonna love this. Before we really get into the bulk of our show, I want to show you this.
Yeah, check this puppy out.
This is from Joe.
What do we got?
Joe. This is his father has this laying in the garage. And
the attic.
And the attic.
Yeah.
And I just think this is something you would love. Look at this.
Oh man!
Wow.
It's an HQ, high quality.
This is a HQ movie VHS recorder right here.
Man,
by GE.
the
Built-in microphone.
Look at this thing.
I mean, I can't wait to try this baby out. We should start recording the show on this.
How many? What is it? Lux or whatever?
I have no idea, but I just feel like this is you right here.
I'm pretty sure my dad acquired that in 1985. Actually, I had one of those in
I got
85.
one upstairs, but I'm pretty sure this one might work. Actually, we're still gonna have to try it out
Why
to
don't you
see if
leave
this
it
baby
there on
can
the
work.
desk?
Majority of my home movies
need
were definitely
batteries.
filmed on
There you
that.
go. Look at that.
It might need batteries or
The
something.
VHS.
Wow.
VHS. It's a GE. When was the last time you've seen one of these things? Because you were relevant with these. You've probably had a chance to use these at one point.
My pops actually takes all the old VHSs and he's putting the DVD transfer.
Oh, nice.
I get to see all the memories, but it was filmed on one of those.
Let's jump into it. We got a lot to talk about today. First, we have to talk about our previous box office and our box office coming up. Past weekend box office. The big winner was Fury, $23 million. Gone Girl still doing strong. It now grossed over $100 million domestically. For a drama, that's really good numbers for a movie like that. The Book of Life, that animated movie that we all know nothing about, that did 17.5.
And actually got good critically reviews,
Yes,
too.
very good critical reviews
that.
for it. Alexander and the whatever got $11 million. And the new Nicholas Sparks movie, the worst opening weekend for a Nicholas Sparks movie, it did $10 million compared to the highest opening weekend Nicholas Sparks movie, which was Dear John with, I believe, Channing Tatum and Amanda Seyfried. I want to say are in that movie.
Was that the one?
It was Dear John. I know Tatum's in it.
I'm glad that just means guys out there are finally sticking up for themselves and not taking
It's
their
like,
girls
honey,
to
we're
see
not
these horrible
going to
movies.
see. We're
Nope.
not going to see The Best of Me this week, and we're
Nope.
going to see Fury. You're going to sit through that, and that's about
I also
it.
think it was
It's our
bad timing,
turn.
too, for that movie.
Yeah,
I mean?
and October release.
Usually a February release is more...
Well, we all know the February release this year. That's just gonna kill box office records, which is gonna be 50 Shades of Grey.
course,
I mean,
yeah.
it's coming out on Valentine's Day.
Right.
It's one of the New York Times bestsellers.
What way to show your love
Hey,
one? How much
with-
you love
with-
them?
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
seeing a movie about S&M.
Exactly.
with an exclusive track from Beyonce.
That's right.
An
Of course,
exclusive
can't
version
forget
of,
that.
If you didn't
what
want to
is
see
it?
it
Crazy in
before-
Love?
Crazy in Love.
Oh,
She recorded some
dumb.
new version.
That
of
is
If
the
you
selling
didn't
point,
want to see it
guys.
before, Lefty, now you want to see
That
it.
was
So
like the big
dumb.
selling point of the trailer. It's like, hey, we have this trailer, and it has a new cut of Crazy in Love by Beyonce.
Yeah.
And basically,
So
it's just
dumb.
Beyonce just yelling Crazy in Love.
They just slowed it
I'm
down.
crazy in love.
They just slowed it down, I
Sounds
think.
like
Did
Did you
Sinatra.
read the books? Did you read the books?
No, I didn't read the books.
Did you read the books?
Is there more than one?
Who read the-
There's
what guy read the
I
books?
was snooping, and apparently my
He was
my
snooping.
My mom, I found the books in on sale.
Right.
And I don't know why she sounds
Wait,
like
so
that.
what is it, like 50
It's like-
Shades
and-
of
but it was
Grey?
like, it was
You
like a
read them,
sta-
man?
No,
What's the name of these
no.
books?
I don't,
60 Shades of
50
Grey.
Shades-
no,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like a
What-
whole series of this.
How does it
I
work?
think one's
Listen, I don't read
50
them.
Shades of Freedom.
I think she
50
got through,
Shades trilogies. The
the
50 Shades of
trilogy,
Grey,
yeah.
50 Shades of Dark, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed.
Yeah,
Oh.
Well,
those are just
that's
horrible
that.
titles.
I couldn't
Coming
I
out-
couldn't get through the first couple.
Coming
of
out
pages.
Valentine's Day, the trailer, like everybody's just gonna go see this movie. This is gonna be the biggest February open you'll ever see. And February is usually where you put your
Yeah,
crap
shitty
movies. So that was the weekend box office. The best of me doing that. Number 5 spot with only $10 million. This weekend coming out, actually an early critically acclaimed movie, John Wick with Keanu Reeves. 90%.
He's
People
back?
say it's good action, solid. It's 90% right now on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Some some solid reviews.
I think I'm back.
Some solid reviews for this movie, but I don't think it'll win the box office weekend because Huiji is coming out this weekend.
Luigi.
telling you,
I'll be
that's-
seeing that tomorrow.
Definitely see
You're going tomorrow?
I'm going to see it
Uh-oh.
tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean, maybe I'll go.
You got a
Well,
date,
I like.
you got a date for that?
You
in?
gotta. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Well, because I want to see it, but I got
What is it?
band practice.
band
tomorrow.
practice?
Yeah.
And also a movie that's out already, but it's going to be expanding nationwide, which is St. Vincent with Bill Murray.
Ooh.
I'm waiting for Birdman to expand because I'm just hearing great things about this movie, and I think it's going to make a good run. I think Michael Keaton might get his Best Actor nod for it.
Nice.
Again, a lot to talk about. I want to spend a big portion of our show today on a specific topic. So let's get into the news real quick so we can move on to that. Joe, what do we got going on here? What's going on in the movie world these days?
Well, there's really nothing that drastic happening in the movie world
Right.
this past week, but Netflix has announced they have purchased Bill Burr's animated series F is for Family,
for
which is going to
Family.
be hysterical, I think, because I love Bill Burr. Are you a Bill Burr fan or?
Bill Murray just shows up in random places.
No, Bill Burr.
Oh,
Bill Burry. It's Bill
Bill
Burry.
Burry.
wait, hold on.
Bill Burr.
Are you
not
I got
the
it now.
Are you a
I
Bill
got
Burr
it.
fan or not?
I don't even know who the hell that is.
Really.
I don't watch movies.
I'm with him.
He's not in a lot of movies.
Look, but
Bill Burr
he's
is
like
Bill-
he's probably a top 3 comedian right now.
He's actually he was in episodes of Breaking Bad. Remember the guy who I don't even know how to
the
describe
truck driver
him.
was
He was the
kinda-
truck driver with the ginger hair. He's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
He's one of the
Great.
biggest comedians
He
right
is.
now.
He's top 3.
Like
in my
behind
list, I
Louis
think,
C.K.,
without
he's
doubt.
got to be
Yeah.
one of the top comedians.
He's up there.
Out
Behind,
there.
behind
I know-
Louis
I've
Kevin,
heard the name,
Yeah.
but I can't put a
Yeah.
face to it right
Bill
now.
Burr. Well, we'll show you later.
And in addition to the movies getting
See it right
converted
now.
to TV series, we have The Bachelor Party getting converted to a TV series.
Come on
Planning-
with this. Come
planning
on with
to.
this stuff already.
Scream
They-
obviously is coming there as well.
that's retarded.
Scream, Big, Uncle
and
Buck.
I thought you might find this interesting. You know, this Guardians of the Galaxy, biggest box office movie this summer. Great, fantastic superhero film. They actually released the soundtrack on cassette tape. Because
Oh,
in the
wow.
movie, it's in a cassette.
That's awesome.
That's part of the movie. They actually released that on cassette.
I
Do
haven't
you have
had
any
iTunes.
cassette players in your
There
attic?
might,
That
well,
I
yeah,
might. I
maybe
have
we
to
can
check.
play it through
Can,
here. We gotta try.
I have to check if I could.
Did any of you
Let's
guys
look for
have
that.
Walkmans growing up?
I didn't have a Walkman.
I had a Walkman when
did.
I was about 6 or 7 years
Yeah,
old.
that's true.
Walkman. You probably had the Discman.
No, I had the Walkman.
I had a
The
Discman
Sony
too.
Walkman.
I had a
had
Discman
that.
too.
I definitely had that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Fury a little bit. Good movie. I'm not going to say this was a stellar movie. I think the action scenes were incredible. They were one of the best that I've seen in the war movie. War movies tend to never be bad. Like they're usually pretty good. I haven't really seen a bad war flick. I think where this movie lacks is the characters. I was not blown away by Brad Pitt. I was blown away by Shia LaBeouf, John Bernthal. Logan didn't really do much for me either. I think it was a good movie, but the characters just didn't have enough depth to them, and they didn't have enough backstory. And Joe, you said something the other day about these characters where you couldn't root for them.
Yeah. I liked it a little more than you did. I mean, I
Yeah.
personally, but I think I would have loved it a little bit more if you were able to feel for the characters, and
Right.
like you couldn't root for the team. Like there was certain things holding you back. I'm not going to spoil anything, but like the way the characters were, you couldn't really root for them. I mean, you could root for them because they're America, but
Right.
you couldn't root for them because their personalities, which weren't likable
Yeah,
characters.
their personalities were too flawed in this movie. They were, some of them were like, monsters.
I feel like if I was in that army with them, I wouldn't like a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't. John Bernthal was just a flat out asshole.
Yeah, he was. He was fantastic in his performance, and I think Shia LaBeouf was really, really good. I
was.
really, really loved that.
He was
Yeah,
good,
Shia LaBeouf. Did you guys see that video of
Shia
Jimmy,
LaBoozer.
of him
Oh,
talking
that's a
about
great
that
story.
Great story.
Great
He tells
story.
about how he got arrested at Cabaret. It's this fantastic story. I like Shia LaBeouf a lot more because of hearing that
He got
story.
a
Me too.
disorderly conduct summons.
I understand that, but he's an A-list celebrity.
Yeah,
if you
but
get a
still.
disorderly conduct summons,
You
you
know.
know, mind the
Did you see the story on?
I read through it on whatever.
you didn't watch it?
Nah.
It
Oh,
came
it's
through. It
hysterical.
came through his telegram.
It's funny.
That's how he read.
You have to watch it. It's funny. This just in. We have a new.
I want to talk a little bit about TV real quick. We talked about a bachelor party coming to TV. Mulaney got shortened season. Ready? It filmed 13 episodes. It's expected to get canceled.
Oh.
It's not going to make it the full. It looks like.
Poor bastard.
Lionsgate and Tribeca. A lot of people are talking about these new video on demand services. Lionsgate, who's made a ton of great films over the past few years, is teaming with Tribeca to make a video on demand. It's going to be called the Tribeca Shortlist. It's going to have Lionsgate content, Tribeca content, and also there is going to be a new Bewitched show. New Bewitched show that will have the granddaughter of whoever the Bewitched was. I think it was Samantha, her name is. And Eli Roth is taking over Cabin Fever again.
yeah,
He's
it's
gonna,
script word for word.
word for word.
A word for word.
The last time a word for word remake was Psycho in about 1999 or 1997. Vince Vaughn,
Vaughn,
Anne
yeah.
Hesh. Horrible movie. Gus Van Sant did it, I believe. It was a horrible. You would think word for word, scene for scene, it would be pretty close, but my God, this movie was
See
was
that's
abysmal.
that's what's doubting. I mean, is there any question about Vince Vaughn as a serious actor in that movie, or because
he-
that's what's doubting me about True Detective a little bit with that. You know what I mean?
That's the thing with Vince Vaughn. There's certain actors that can cross over extremely well from comedy to drama. Robin Williams is a great example. Jim Carrey can cross over pretty well.
I agree.
Ben
who
Stiller
else?
proved he could
Ben
do it.
Stiller can do it too. Vince Vaughn
Adam
has
Sandler can do
tried
it
it a
also.
couple of times.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, I believe
Adam
that too.
Sandler,
Punch
yeah.
Drunk Love, I
Yeah.
think he's
Reign
great
Over
in
Me.
Spanglish.
Yeah.
Reign Over Me. He's another guy who can cross over very well. I don't know about Vince Vaughn. I think he's just
All right, listen to Savannah.
yeah. I don't know if he makes the transition. So that's why True Detective is going to be a little interesting. And who else in True Detective? Rachel McAdams, right?
Rachel McAdams and Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Wow, it's an interesting cast. What do you think
It
about
is.
Colin Farrell? I'm always on the fence about
I think
Colin.
he's really underrated. I think when he got really popular,
right.
like around the Daredevil time.
Exactly.
You know, it seemed like he took any role that came to him.
Yeah.
And he started making these really bad films.
It's very
but when you look
Scottish.
at like his indie films, like I think In Bruges,
In Bruges.
is fantastic.
Yes.
And his
Directed, too.
performance in that is wonderful. I think he's an underrated actor. I
And
think he
Seven
just needs to
Psychopaths. I
do-
think everybody should see Seven
I
Psychopaths.
agree
Who
also.
directed it?
I believe the same guy who did Seven Psychopaths.
Yeah,
His
what's
name's
it-
Martin McDonough.
Martin McDonough.
Something like that. He just did a play with Daniel Radcliffe as well.
Yeah.
So that's it for pretty much news. Also, they have where was it? Happy birthday to Jeff Goldblum and Christopher Lloyd.
Yes.
Great birthdays. People who I think can who are definitely some great character actors of our time. All right, I want to talk about something. We have to get really serious here for a second, and I want you to just dim the lights here because this is a very, very serious.
No, for real, dim the lights.
I know there's a lot of issues surrounding the world today, but this needs to be talked about. This needs to be discussed.
What is it?
And that is movie theater etiquette. Okay. People need to know some do's and don'ts in the movie theater. Because I go to the movies literally 60 times a year. I'm not joking. That's a true number. Last year I went to the movies 50 times a year. I'm already at 36 or 37. And my numbers always jump up to the 50s or 60s. Come around. That would annoy the hell out of me in a movie theater. Okay.
You know.
So
I've done this.
the first thing I think we should all start with is the cell phones at movie theaters.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're on your
Dim
cell
the
phone in the
phone,
movie
huh?
theater. There's one thing. I understand that people these days have the attention span of a squirrel, but there's one thing that you can do to at least help
Just
out your
dim the
fellow people.
brightness, man.
Dim the damn brightness.
Just dim the
Especially with the
brightness.
size of these phones now.
Yeah.
I mean, the phones have gotten
Jesus.
bigger.
Excuse
and
me, sir. I'm
I'm
trying
getting
to
a text message.
I'm trying to do a
It's
show
like we're
here.
filming a commercial.
No, you got to dim these phones. It's so
Oh, God.
First of all, if your phone is at the minimum brightness in the dark, it's going to be perfectly able to be seen. You'll be fine. The sound's got to go off. I do not want to hear "Who Let the Dogs Out" come over the ringtone for that thing.
And second of all, what are you doing here from 1999?
Well, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about that. Alex, what bothers you in the movies? What really grinds your gears in the movies? And I want you all to think about this because
Oh,
this
boy.
is really, this is a problem. It's taking over America. This is a $5 billion a year industry. They sell millions and millions and millions of tickets. So that's millions of people that I got to be worried about sitting in my movie theater with me. I don't want that. Alex.
Okay, so I went to see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, great movie.
What was it, a couple months ago? And there was a group of kids behind,
they're the worst.
maybe 2-3 rows behind me,
They're the
that were
worst.
just doing commentary
Oh.
on every, and they were picking like the most serious moments
Yeah.
to find hysterical. They were just laughing, talking about.
See, but, like,
you know,
you
oh,
expect that
he
when
did it now. Oh no, no,
Oh,
no, Koba.
watch that
No.
monkey.
Yeah, look
Watch
what Koba
that
did.
monkey.
Oh, you can't trust him. Like, come on.
When
Like,
you go see a kids movie, you expect that. You know, you can't
Right.
like get too mad. But when you see a movie like that, it's like, stop.
Yeah,
right now.
it's absolutely it's appalling these kids. That's why I don't go to certain movie theaters on certain nights because I'm like that's going to be a teenage crap. No, there's no babies in the movie theater, you idiot. Turn that off, please. Joe, what bothers
has
you
to
in the
be
movie
involved, you
theaters?
know?
What bothers you in the movie theater?
One thing that started bothering me recently is that whenever there's a new movie released and it's a big enough crowd, I can't stand when people don't the one space seat rule.
Yeah,
Unwritten
the
rule.
ones the
Oh, it's
unwritten
like a
rule.
When
subway.
you sit down next to somebody, leave one space or chair. Don't leave two spaces.
Right.
Because we're trying to get everybody into the
Right, we're
theater.
trying to pack them in.
And the other thing,
I understand that you don't want to sit
Me and
next
you.
to human beings, but
me and you experienced this
Yes.
a couple weeks
oh
ago.
boy,
Cough attacks.
right?
oh well,
Cough
come on.
attacks.
Well, listen,
only so
listen,
much you
listen.
can
No,
say
no,
about
no,
that.
no, no, no.
Listen,
First of all, this was
If
a cough
you're
attack.
coughing,
Right.
get out of the
Yeah,
theater.
but what if you have asthma?
No, this guy
No.
was coughing on Skittles.
Oh, I thought you were
okay? This
talking. I
guy-
thought you were talking about me because I had a little bit of
No.
Gone Girl.
No,
I go.
no.
No.
Well, you're just an old man. It doesn't matter.
No, this
anymore.
man was just ruthless. And then he
This
would
guy was
whisper.
the worst.
He would whisper to his wife, "Oh no, watch this now."
It wasn't whispering. Joe.
Hold on, watch,
It wasn't
watch,
whispering.
watch, watch. Well, yeah, he had
This is
very-
whispering. Hey, you know, probably
He had a very deep tone.
This guy was like, this guy's gonna lose the money
would go,
now. Here he goes. This guy's gonna lose the money. Here he goes.
Oh, no,
Oh, look at
watch
this
here.
guy.
Yeah, watch now.
He lost
yeah.
the money. What
Oh,
happened?
look,
Yeah,
there he goes.
yeah.
There he goes. Yep,
Like a
I
fat,
told you.
Well,
drunk,
hold
drunk
on.
Robert
For
De
me,
Niro.
And he fought with somebody after the movie was over too.
Wow.
And you would think
The
because
guy was
of-
like,
and
"Shut up!" And then the guy heard him. He's like, "What
Well,
did you say to me?"
I have a question after I
we
get,
were
I
at
get
the
through
we
mine,
were at the
so.
dine-in theater, by the way. So
Yeah.
this is the theater where there's food. This guy kept ordering food. He sent back a milkshake because he said it tasted like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
he said it 15 times.
Yep.
He's like, I
It's
can't.
chocolate milk.
Because
It's chocolate milk.
this is
Chocolate
too
milk.
smooth. This is
Yeah,
chocolate
chocolate
milk.
milk.
You
Chocolate
take it
milk.
back. Take it back. And then he
That's
sent
chocolate
back something else because it was ice cold. It was like a cheesecake or something.
Yeah, the
First of all,
cheese-
what are you ordering cheesecake for at an AMC
You
dine?
ordered cheesecake and
and he
said
had a
it was-
glass of a Chardonnay.
he said
on
it
his-
was
on there,
frozen.
too. I swear to God.
He said the cheesecake was frozen.
Milkshake
He
and
didn't want it.
Chardonnay.
Milkshake. I'm not
This
even
guy was
joking
a
with you,
mess.
Alex.
He was
He's
just a
with his
mess.
wife. He wound up even almost getting into a fight.
You know what he said to the
after.
guy afterwards? He said, "Believe me, this wouldn't be the first time I knock somebody out because they
Yeah.
run their mouth to me."
Well, I mean,
Wow.
a guy shot people in the movie theater last year.
yeah, but that's because of
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah, but that was an
But-
insane
but
person.
It was because, but he
That wasn't
said
last
they
year.
were
It was like 2-3
They were
years ago.
talking in the movies.
2012.
What? Come on.
And
You're talking
and-
about the Colorado.
Joker? Talking about
Yeah,
Joker?
the guy was talking in the.
Oh,
No,
he
not
can't-
the. No, not the. No.
The Joker.
Oh, last year in
Last
Florida,
year in
right? There was a
Florida.
shooting. The
There was
guy,
a-
he was
the
talking, and
off-duty
he was on the
cop,
phone. He
or a
went to get the
retired
phone.
cop.
Right, a retired
Yeah.
cop.
Well,
shot.
listen,
Wow.
but we should have brought him on the show today.
Right, sure. I don't know where he is.
Well,
What-
how about this? If you get cursed when you sit down, if you get cursed with the squeaky chair,
Right.
and it's too late to change your seat, don't fucking move. Am I allowed to
the
curse on this
squeaky
thing or
chair
no?
is no, you're fine.
Don't move.
Yeah, the squeaky chair is
Because-
always a problem.
And listen, you just deal with it. You can't. What are you gonna do? You can't move your seat anymore. If the people are in, just stay still. Don't try to. You can move around. When it gets loud.
Right.
But when it's dialogue time,
Let me just say this. One of my pet peeves. First of all, I don't tend to go to movies on Friday nights anymore because there are obviously these crowds. I tend to go to movies Thursday nights during the week. That's when I really see movies because there's really like nobody there, but you still get annoying people. I don't like the foot over the chair thing.
well, yeah.
Wait,
I know
what?
you like to do that a
wait,
lot.
that's the thing.
But
what?
Joe
The
at
what?
least cups it.
Well,
This
see-
is like this. I can't even do it on here.
Here's the thing about the foot in the chair.
Go ahead.
If you walk into the theater and you see somebody's feet in the chair and there are other seats available, you don't sit in that person's chair.
Right. What are you doing?
The AMC pre-show animation. Go ahead, continue.
But
This is
when
ridiculous.
when you I can't even think anymore.
Come on, shut it off,
Oh,
man.
come on! You gotta have
Mute
some
it.
background. you know what I'm saying?
AMC. At least play "Let's All
could
Go
you
to the
lower a little?
Lobby."
Lower a little bit.
Let's all go to the lobby. You should play that. Don't
Don't
play it.
play it. Don't
Wait
play
till
it.
it's your turn
Don't
to talk
play
to
it.
play. You think this engineer would get this down by now?
You
Week
know,
6.
it's only the 6th show.
you can't put your feet up. You can't go behind somebody and put your feet up.
What do you mean? Say that.
If someone's in front of you when you want to sit down,
Right.
and you sit down your seat, and now someone's in front of you, you
Okay.
can't put your feet up.
So let's say there's a row here, and I'm in the row and behind it.
Right.
How many seats can I like? I don't do the feet up thing. I don't do it. That's where you put your feet on top of the next on the chair in front of you, and you like put your feet. You just lounge.
I do it a
basically.
lot.
You
I do
lounge
that a
with your
lot.
feet up.
No, but that's why you
I
go
like
into
Joe
the.
because
but
Joe
I do
cups the seat.
Yeah.
And he makes it like as if the seat was like instead of going like this.
Oh, he does the
Joe
knee.
will go like this and
Ah,
then push back
yes,
that other
yes,
chair.
yes,
That's what I
yes,
kind of like.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, Joe, that's fine. But there are some people who just go up like this on the seat in front. I'm like, what the hell, man? What if somebody in back of you can't see? What if nobody wants to smell your feet right sitting in that
Yeah.
seat like that?
Yeah.
So that's why I like when Joe cups it. But besides that, don't put your damn feet on the seat.
You know that there's a snacking issue too. Some snacks are really loud.
Yeah, some snacks
You know,
are some
like
snacks are
nachos and
Oh
you know.
God.
You know, I love Reese's Pieces.
yeah.
You know,
I like Reese's
I
Pieces
love
too.
Reese's Pieces. That's something I need to have
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I go to the
yeah,
movies.
I agree.
But I make sure that box of Reese's.
Cut the music. Alex is
Dude,
trying to
come
talk.
on, man.
But he's talking about
Oh, could you
snacking.
lower
This
it?
is a cut. You know this? This is cut.
Yeah, but you make it
cut.
so.
This is go. I went like this. Cut it.
But we're on. He's talking about snacking.
I don't care. I'm trying to hear him listen to talk about snacking. Thank you.
Yeah. So I make sure that I have my Reese's Pieces box finished.
This is why I don't go to the movies with him. Yeah,
Finished before the movie starts.
they are very
because
very.
when you pour them out, it's like a rattle.
See, but that's why they
It's
give
like
you the
a loud
boxes.
maracas.
They give
Popcorn's
you the
okay.
boxes
Popcorn's
because-
okay.
Popcorn doesn't make.
But
that
then
much
you got the
noise.
people who bring in stuff to the
Right,
movies.
yes,
They'll
yeah.
bring in a beer, Bud Light, and they'll snap.
I have, hence, and then
That's all you'll hear at the end of the movie. Like, what are you doing?
I bring beer into movies.
What about the people who like to leave their row and
During the movie.
during the movie? I would
Well,
think
here's-
that
Right here.
empty
Right
your
here.
bladder before
Right
the
here.
movie
He went to the
starts.
movie one
No,
time.
no, went to
Do
the
I
movie
ever
one
go to the
time.
ba- do I ever go to the
Nah,
bathroom?
not
No,
really. He
but-
really
but-
doesn't
but
go.
Listen,
Anytime I
if
go to the
you
movies, you got
haven't-
that guy who's like,
If you have,
excuse me.
well, yeah, of course. That
And then there's
happens.
always somebody else following behind
you
him.
have-
I know.
if
And
you
then,
ha-
and then what happens if they
Sorry,
leave? After
sorry.
they leave, what happens?
No. You know what happens after you leave? You can't even concentrate on the movie because you're waiting for them to
Because you're
come
waiting for
back.
them to come back.
See, but if you have an active bladder, overly active,
You should sit at the
if
end.
you're if over 50 years old or have an overactive bladder, sit at the end
Right.
of the rows. Don't
And see
sit
a
in
doctor.
the middle.
You should probably see a doctor.
See a doctor
too.
first before you go to the movies.
Get there early enough. Get an end seat.
Right.
Right,
and,
get there
you know,
early to find
be
your seat.
considerate
I'm
of
always there
others.
early, folks. I'm always there
Yeah.
nice and early. I
Gotta
find
see
my
the
nice
previews.
seat.
And stop
Yeah.
sipping the
Gotta see
giant
the
soda you
previews.
got.
Are you guys okay with texting during previews? I kind of am. I feel like trailers are available to anybody. You could see any trailer
Yes.
online. The movie you can't see online, you know,
Right.
unless you bootleg it.
Yeah.
But you can see any
Bootleg.
trailer online. I'm
These
fine with
rules
people
don't
doing
apply during the previews. They apply.
Okay. They apply when movies
when the
start.
lights
When it
dim
starts.
and
And-
the movie starts.
okay.
See, one thing
Yeah.
about previews though, when you go with your friends, it's like a sense of fraternity when you watch these
true.
previews. It's like, wow, guys, you see that?
Right,
You
it's
know,
a good
wow.
talking
It's
time.
like
It's
this,
a good
right?
talking time.
It's like this. The trailer's on. When it's done, everyone does one of these.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait
Gotta
to
make
see
eye
that
contact.
one.
Or
Yes,
like-
yes,
Yes,
like-
yes.
Well,
Don't mind if
Yeah, I
I
don't-
do.
That's the old Dane Cook segment.
Nobody ever gets in trouble for yelling for talking during the previews. People get in trouble for
Yeah.
talking during the
What
movie.
about? Is there a certain time that you should just give up and not show up if you're like you're 23 minutes into the movie and then you
should-
got that person? Excuse me, I guess I'm like sitting.
You should really give up or sit in
What
the
I
front
miss.
because that's your punishment for
Oh, the
arriving
punishment
late.
is the front.
You got to.
But why do they even? Why do
Yeah,
they even
yeah.
put that chair
They need to
there?
get rid of those.
Why do
seats,
they
man.
put those
Oh.
chairs there?
Those are the worst. I've sat in there like maybe 3 times in my life. Those are the worst seats
Those are
ever.
the worst seats.
Nobody enjoys those seats. You're sitting like this the
Actually,
whole time.
listen. You,
gotta watch
want to know
the
what? You
show.
want to know what bothers me? You're
What?
sitting there and you're enjoying the film, and you're eating your popcorn. You're sitting back, and everything's great. Nobody bugs you, and you look over, and someone's getting a blow.
What?
Okay, that's never happened.
That never happens
You never
to
see-
me.
Well, you go into the wrong theater.
No, let them. Usually those people sit in the back, and
Well,
you let them. Be
I like
them.
to sit in the back.
I've never seen that in.
You
I've
never
been
saw
to,
somebody
I've been
catch
to
one?
1,000
Have you
times
got
more
one yet?
movies than you.
I mean, I don't
He goes to the
like
same
to talk
movie
about
theater
my
that,
business.
Pee Wee Herman goes to. That's why. Yeah. That's what it is. We got Paul Rubens
you
over
never.
here.
Yeah, you're at the wrong movie theaters, man. You gotta
What, the-
stop
the
going.
ones-
You gotta stop going to Highland.
Listen,
Newport.
in the 70s, I used to go to the ones in Times Square. They were the Nickelodeons. And
Yeah,
you
the
walk
nickel
in,
theaters.
and, you know.
Those were the nickel theaters.
70s.
You go, yeah, I know.
The 70s. What were you,
He
3?
wasn't alive in the 70s.
Around something
He
like
wasn't
that,
alive in the
you know.
70s. So previews, it's all right to talk a little bit, text a
Yes.
little bit, but once that movie starts, you got to show a little courtesy.
Absolutely.
Don't put your feet on the chair.
Well, you can if someone's in front of you.
Right. If it's absolutely necessary to text, lower the damn brightness on your phone. If you need to talk to your boo or bae or something like
Don't
that.
say that
just-
ever again.
just
Don't
let
ever
it
say
lower
that.
We
So
don't
when you come
bay
into-
around
Yeah,
here.
don't say
When
that
you come into the
nonsense.
theater and someone has their feet up on chairs, try not to purposely sit in that chair.
Right. Yeah, no, that would be a good
Sit
thing
in a
too.
different chair.
Also, I don't see a lot of people Instagram that they're at the movies. I think I'd like to see more people do that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more people say hashtag Fury at the movies
Take
with
a selfie at
my
the
homies.
Take
Take
a
a
selfie
selfie.
at
With my
the theater.
homies.
Selfie at the theater.
Well, when we
With my
saw when we
homies.
saw
Oh,
Movie
that's
selfies.
involved.
what was
That'll
it?
be involved in Sogo.
When we saw Gone Girl, the girls in front of us
Yeah.
Instagrammed.
That's true.
They're
Yeah, but that's
But
what
they
I want.
they also brought in nachos and salsa dip, and it smelled
They
really
did.
good.
Well, they were
I'm
having
mad they
themselves-
Yeah, they had a
They
party.
didn't share.
You should have asked them.
They didn't offer to share. If you're gonna bring nachos and salsa to the theater, share.
And
Well,
it put-
they had salsa.
Everyone can smell it.
They
we
had
want
salsa?
some.
What if you had like a half empty popcorn? If you're done with the popcorn, I'm done with that. Should you pass it around to some other people in the theater?
No, we're trying
No,
to
because
no,
people lick their
no,
fingers
Could you
when they
imagine
eat
that?
popcorn. But
That'd be the most awkward conversation in the
no.
world.
You know what's a great?
I got some more popcorn if you want.
If you ever want to do like a solid like 5 minutes of comedy, if you want to do like some stand up, you should go to a packed movie theater. Come before the movies when people are starting to settle in. You could do a solid 5-minute comedy routine in front of everybody, in front of the theater.
That's
You
true.
should try that.
Well,
Ann.
my question is, do you think they should enforce these rules? Do you think that there
I don't
should
think they
be-
can. It's
Well,
impossible.
why not?
You
It's
would
a-
need
it's-
somebody in
no,
every
it's
movie
private,
theater.
It's private
They got
property.
flashlights.
They got the flashlights. It's a business. They can say, you got to go.
No, you need people in every movie theater in order to see that. They don't
that's
even
the
check
other
your
thing.
tickets.
What's the
Remember
gym?
back in the day, they used to check your tickets at the
At the
theater
thing, I know.
itself. Before you go into
Wait.
that theater, they used to check your ticket. They don't do that
What's
anymore.
the gym that has the alarm if you're grunting?
Planet Fitness?
They should have something like that in the theaters where anybody in the movie theater can go and pull
Pull the
thing,
alarm.
pull an alarm,
that
and
would
it-
be a little more distracting.
Right.
than
And then
any
it-
of these
Because what
and
about
then-
the
no,
guy
and
sitting in row 20 that's not being
Yeah,
affected by it?
but there's a spotlight, and you can move the spotlight and hit those people, and everybody.
Spotlights. There's
You
no
know,
spotlights in movie
What's
theaters
up
They
with
anymore.
the
have to
guy?
throw it in
the
there.
guy that just walks up the stairs and comes right back down. what
Oh,
does that guy
man.
do? What is
What
he
is-
doing with that flashlight?
No, you know
What the hell is he
What
doing?
are they doing there? They got
what
a
do they do?
flashlight. They go like
They don't
this,
even look for
Yeah.
anything.
and
Listen,
then they walk back down. They don't-
I'll tell you this. I think that based on the shit movies, not all that have been in the theaters, they should give us 1950s pricing because $19 at the Menlo Park Dine-In Theater is
No,
absurd.
first of all, it's not $19.
What is it?
It's like $12 or $14.
no, look it up. It's more than that.
Maybe sometimes $18.50 for the cinema suites
Yeah,
or
but-
something
but
like
still.
that. But you're
I can-
sitting in a luxurious seat that revolves back.
I can go to Route 18
Okay, so
on
do
Route
that.
1 South and pay $11.
So do
and-
that then.
and get a discount. The
So
veterans
do
discount.
that.
Well, maybe I will. I don't
Good.
like going to movies with you anyway.
What do you guys feel about the dine-in theater? Have you guys all experienced the dine-in
Yes,
theater?
and I won't
I
eat there.
haven't-
It's
I haven't
crap.
had the pleasure.
You know
The
what they
food
do?
is
They-
absolute shit.
They go, "Oh, you want chicken fingers? Get more chicken fingers." The guy gets a bag from Costco and he puts it in the microwave. Beep beep. Or,
That
here's your
food
chicken
is
fingers
true.
already.
That food is shit.
$17,
It's bad.
please. And then
That
they
food
and
is
then, and
shit.
then I got a drink there once, and it was some mixed cocktail drink, and they were like, oh, one cocktail, and it was like.
Watered down,
Like
right?
half a thing of whatever I had, and it was like soda, and I'm like, this is. And
Did they shout it out when they made it too?
$17.
Did they shout it out?
They shout it out.
Yeah, I don't see
Speed
the
it up.
appeal.
Like Live I Love Lucy. We'll see you next week, folks. Go watch movies, enjoy movies, and be courteous in the movies. Have good movie theater etiquette. Bye-bye.